Wow, 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 wow. This is probably one of God's greatest creations. Me. Imagine looking like this, no filter, no nothing. The only filter I have right now is sunlight. Raw. Decided to finally have the sun come out, and just look at me. You missed me, didn't you? I know you missed me. Don't deny it. You missed me. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So, I know it's been a while. I am so sorry that it's been 3 or 4 weeks since I've uploaded last. Right, so it's been my birthday, a lot of things going on with COVID. Sometimes when I see my boyfriend, I just can't unsee him. Like, I just get really distracted by him. So when I'm back at home, all my distractions are there, so I can never film when I'm at home. So to be honest, I just get really uncomfortable filming in front of people. Like, I know my mum is one nosy ass motherfudger, so I know she is 100% going to be listening to my videos. And the last thing I want my black Jamaican mother to hear is me talking about vaginas and penises. So yeah, also I'm gonna have to keep like stopping the videos and like blocking my nose like this. I don't know what's going on, but yesterday I just randomly developed a cold. I went to this crystal shop, and as soon as I walked into the shop, I just got a cold, and I've been having a cold since. But for some reason, it just won't stop leaking through this nose, this nostril. I mean, it's fine on this side, but it just won't stop leaking. And for some reason, I have a really sharp pain up here. So every time I sniff, it's a really sharp pain, and it triggers me to sneeze. If you know me very well, you know that once I start sneezing, I can't stop. So yeah, I'm gonna be like putting this in my nose every now and again through this video. I'm sure you guys don't want to see any loogas. I don't know what it is though. I don't know what that sharp pain is. Maybe I just sniff way too much coke. So this week's video is going to be what to know before losing your virginity. Now, before I get into this video, I just quickly want to say I wish I had a kind of YouTuber type of person, I don't know, some kind of influencer to talk to me about things like this before I lost my virginity. I wish when I was 16 I had a YouTuber who was open enough to talk about things like this and give me advice for my first time. I'm not saying I completely regret my first time or who it was with or whatever, but it would be nice to know a few more tips and tricks when it comes to your first time and what to know and what to expect. So that's why I'm here. So I'm gonna be filling in my own role. Unlike most people, I'm very open, I'm very honest, I just don't really care. I decided I will be that influencer. Hopefully one day I do end up with a much broader audience to be able to talk about things like this, because I feel like sex and losing your virginity and topics like this are very important to talk about openly in today's society. So many people don't know certain things when going into having a sexual life, which I feel like you need to. Let's be real here, the education system failed us massively, especially if you're in the UK. So enough with all that ranting, you get my drift. Let's just get right into the video. So my first tip would be keep your expectations low. Things like movies, like romantic movies and pornography and things like that portray sex very differently to what it actually is. For example, in movies you see the actors, they're very like steamy and the kissing is very passionate and like throwing each other on the walls, and like the sex is so intense and it's just like, oh my god. No. Can I just say that is the biggest misconception ever. Sex, especially your first time, is not like that. So when you see like a porno or a movie where the two characters have just met and they're already having sex like so passionately and so aggressively, it's not gonna be like that for your first time, trust me. The both of you are going to be so nervous, you're not gonna have a thought in the world when it comes to things like that. You need to understand that in those kind of movies, those are paid actors. They're getting paid to do scenes like that. Whenever they do it wrong, they have to literally literally keep repeating and repeating and doing different takes until they get that perfect take. That's the director's vision, not reality. So yeah, first point, please keep your expectations low. If you are not 110% confident with the person, do not do it. Even if you have to back out and be like, sorry, I can't do this anymore, just do it. It's not worth it. You want your first time to be as perfect and memorable as possible. It doesn't need to be perfect in that sense, but you want it to be something that you're not going to regret. So make sure that person that you're going to lose your virginity with has the right intentions. They're not just using you for sex. I feel like sex is a lot better when the two people have an emotional bond or a good connection. It makes sex 10 times better. Just make sure that it's not with someone you're having any doubts about. Just make sure you don't doubt the person at all. Make sure you're 110% confident that you want to lose it to this person. You have no doubt in your mind, because come on, let's be real here. So many people nowadays regret the person that they lost their virginity to. The person I lost my virginity to, we were in a relationship and it was like both our first time, so at least like we both were on that same level of virginness. So just make sure you've picked the person correctly. The next point is hygiene, of course. I think I talk about hygiene in every video because I'm a clean freak. I cannot stand germs. I just don't like mess, crumbs, whatever. What I mean is make sure that your down below areas are clean. Make sure you've pulled your foreskin back, you're cleaning that tip. Make sure there is not a single bit of fluff in sight. Coming from a girl who gives blowjobs, can I just say, you boys really need to like remember that you guys wear boxers and the boxers rub against your penises all day. So when you pull back your foreskin, there is so much fluff there. I don't think boys realize that their fluff from their boxers gets onto their penis. So when I go to suck a bit of, I've got a fluffy AF mouth. My mouth just feels really like cottony. There's just so much fluff and dust and whatever, and that just really aggravates me, and nobody wants that, especially for your first time. You just want it to go really smooth. Same with girls. Just make sure you guys are cleaning up yourselves properly, getting in every little crevice. Just use lukewarm water and that is it. Same with boys. You don't need to use any kind of cleaning products or feminine products to clean down below. Those are all rubbish. They do it just to get your money. They are, if anything, nothing but bad for you. No matter what the company says about the product, more than likely it's not good for you. And no chemicals should be in your vagina. That's what discharge is for. Discharge helps remove any bacteria or unwanted germs from your vagina. If you're discharging right now, good for you. That means your vagina is cleaning itself out. Love that. Even if before you have sex you have to tell your partner, can you just give me 5 minutes, I just want to go and freshen up, that's fine. Just let them do that. Or if you're a boy, give that girl her time. Don't judge, don't say anything, just let her do what she needs to do. If anything, she's doing your bloody favor. My next point, boys are going to be very excited when I say this, but it's actually nothing but the truth. Penis size doesn't matter, and I think I've said this in another video before, but I'm so sorry girls, but I'm going to have to expose us for a second. Us girls don't actually like big penises, like really big, like mandingo penises. Now the reason we don't like really big penises or really thick ones is because it bloody hurts. It bloody hurts, especially when you're doing that position. I don't know what it's bloody called, but like when you have your legs completely back to the point where like they're on the guy's shoulders. If that guy has a big penis, just start digging your grave then and there. Just start digging your grave, because you're gonna die from so much pain. I'm joking. That shit hurts. I don't know, I can't really speak on all girls, but I've had sex with guys with big penises and it hurts, and it's been, if anything, the most uncomfortable sex. Now I'm not saying if your penis is big then that's it for you, you're done for. It's certain positions that really hurts the lower region. There's just certain positions that just really budges up a girl's cervix, so yeah. So when I say size doesn't matter, I also mean it's more about technique and how you use your penis. So I think what matters more than size is your pace, your thrusting motion, and your position. Those are the top 3 things that matter more to me than the size of a guy's penis. So focus less on your size and bragging about how big you are, even though you're probably not even that big, because I hate when guys lie about their size. Just focus more on your technique in bed rather than your penis size. My next tip is a very important tip, a little bit of a serious one. If you change your mind, it is not too late to say no. If you can be texting this guy or girl for ages now and you guys are planned on meeting up and you guys plan on having sex, so that's like both of your intentions, and then you guys meet up and then you guys start making out and taking your clothes off, and then you stop and think, wait a minute, what am I doing? I don't want to do this anymore. That is completely okay. That is absolutely fine. Please don't make the person make you feel bad about not having sex with them. If you're not ready, then you're just not ready. Because sometimes when you're texting the person, you get really into the moment and you're just really like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want to like suck your dick and then like I want to touch your tits and whatever. And then you guys meet up and then all of a sudden you just don't want to do this anymore. That is okay. And also, if the person A, makes you feel bad about not hooking up with them, B, pressures you into doing it anyway, or C, they get mad or throw a tantrum about it or something, just know that those are signs of sexual assault. If the person still pressures you into doing it and then make you feel guilty about not doing it, just know that that is actually sexual assault. For example, if the boy or girl makes you feel bad about not wanting to have sex with them because you gassed them up and you wasted their time and made them come all the way out here and whatever, and they kind of throw these pointers at you and make you feel like shit for not doing it with them, not following through, that is sexual assault by manipulation. Please look out for that. And I know that so many girls have experienced this. I've experienced this. So I can't speak on all boys, but there's so many guys where I've had to have sex with them because they've made me feel guilty about not hooking up with them. Now that I'm a bit more grown up, I've realized that is so disgusting and so wrong. It's happened to me way too many times, and I was always too young to even realize that it was wrong and that it was sexual assault. If you're not into it, you're not into it, and tell that person. You make sure they know. My next point is make sure that you are in a comfortable setting. So don't have sex when your parents are home. Don't have sex when your siblings are home. Don't have sex in your friend's parents' bed. Although, no. Yeah, no, don't do that. I would suggest maybe like getting a hotel. If you're very familiar with your local area and you know places that people don't really go to, you can even go in public, go outside and have sex, because I think public sex is so stimulating. It's something about it is just so attractive to me. Like I get so much hornier when I have sex outside. The idea of someone like watching me or catching me have sex is really like, is a turn on for me. I don't know what the word is, because I know that this is actually a thing. Like the riskiness of being caught, I like it. I like thrill, basically. My dream place is to like have sex on like a jungle, not a jungle, like a woods, but with a lake next to it, and then like a nice little picnic, and it's just me and my boyfriend, and like no one else is around, not a care in the world, and just like completely naked having sex in public, like well outside. That is like one of my goals, and I hope my boyfriend's watching this now, because hint hint, we're doing that. Just make sure that no one's going to be around when it happens, because you want to be 100% comfortable. You don't want to have to worry or get anxious about people hearing you or your parents walking in, because that is such a boner killer. So yeah, just be aware of your setting. Now this one is so important. This is mainly towards girls. You may or may not bleed during sex. So with girls, the biggest topic when it comes to losing our virginity is the pain, of course. You guys need to understand that not every single person is going to experience pain. For some reason, there's a stigma that every single girl who's going to lose their virginity is going to experience pain, and that's not true at all. It depends on the person and the vagina and the body. So yeah, that is not true at all. It just depends on the person and the vagina. For example, my first time, I did not bleed at all, and it wasn't painful for me. The 3 tips I can give you to have a nice painless / bleedless virginity taking, that sounds so weird, but you know what I mean, is to 1, relax. You need to make sure that your vagina and your body is completely relaxed, because once your vaginal muscles tension, it makes the penis so much harder to go in. You're literally having to push it in practically, whereas if you loosen it, boom. The second tip I suggest is foreplay. Foreplay is so important, and that's what I'm going to get into in the next tip. And number 3, lubrication. That vagina needs to be moistened up, lubed up, in order for a successful virginity taking. That sounds so weird, but I don't have any other way to put it for some reason. Virginity taken. Ugh. Those are the 3 things I really suggest that you think about before losing your virginity. My next tip: foreplay. People do not realize how important foreplay is. It is literally a part of sex. And can I just really quickly say, if you are a boy who does not give a girl head, you are a child. You are disgusting. The fact that you can sit there and expect a girl to suck your dick, but you won't give her head back. Do you hear how selfish and ridiculous that sounds? Especially since girls need to be aroused in order to have sex, otherwise it's nothing but pain. So if you are a boy who does not give head, sort yourself out. Sort yourself out. Because that is ridiculous and immature. You are not a child anymore, you are a man. with foreplay, it's so important that the female is aroused and she's stimulated before you begin any kind of insertion. So you can do this by stimulating the clit. You can use your finger and then go in with a bit of tongue and then go in with some sucking. And please make sure that you do it lightly, because the clitoris is very, very sensitive. So sensitive. It's like this thin layer of skin. It's got like 9,000 plus nerve endings at the end of it. It's very sensitive, and boys do tend to go a bit overboard when it comes to stimulating the clit. They go way too hard. So make sure you're going down on your girl at a nice delicate pressure and a nice pace. Then I would eventually go to fingering. So I would start with one finger, and then if they are comfortable with that, you can move to 2 fingers. Once they're comfortable with that, 3 fingers, and then that's it. From there, the sorry, I just saw a bird having a whole seizure in the in that tree. And then, oh my gosh, is it okay? I don't care, I don't really like birds. The penis should start to fit once you've got 3 fingers. So after 3 fingers, slowly put the penis in and make sure that the girl is fully relaxed. That's how I lost my virginity, and no blood, no pain, nothing. I sat there in shock like, did I just have sex? Because like, it just didn't feel like anything. It didn't feel that bad. And the last tip I have for you, be confident. There is nothing more attractive than someone who has confidence. Even if you're not feeling that confident, just pretend to be confident. Just like go wild, go crazy. Just be free, just be yourself. Act like you're never gonna see that person again. Just go completely wild, and you will see how much more fun the sex is once you have that confidence. It gives you more power to be more like, you know, like sexy, just like all over the place. Just be confident. That's all I can say. Be confident. It's sexier, it makes you look more attractive, and it just makes the sex 10 times better. Anyways, you guys, that is it for this week's video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I do plan on making a how I lost my virginity video, so if you do want to watch that, get this video to 30 likes. 30 likes, and I will do that. I know more than 30 people are going to be watching this, so my expectations are very low. Like I don't expect too much. So if you can get this to 30 likes, I will do that. I will make a nice long detailed video on how I lost my virginity. No holding back, just raw how it happened. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Yes, the person who hasn't subscribed to me. I'm talking to you. Subscribe! Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!